Hello? Okay, there we go. So, my face camera froze, so I gotta reboot it. But happy Monday. I am here, as you can see. Um, I am here, as you can see. Um, I'm working on rebooting. And it is a line of 13. But this is, and since it's block color, I'm gonna up my goal to 400 stitches because quite literally after the next line, the entire column is just black. There's no spaces. It's just back and forth black. So I have this next line with one itty bitty dot, and then I have rows and rows and rows of 310. So my stream goal is going to be upped to 400 because when I'm just going back and forth, it is not a whole lot of counting. As long as I set up the top accordingly, which I did. It's a row of 13. It's all set up. I can now work the column. But yeah, the next 2 pages, over half the page is just black. So, and this is where people falter with Heaven and Earth designs, is because sometimes there's an entire page of just one color. I have 939 further down in the pattern where there's just pages, just 939. So this is where the ASMR aspect comes in. But it makes for very nice dopamine progress because I can see the progress. It's not 50 billion little dots everywhere. I can see the block progress. So I had the weekend off. It was a really nice weekend. It was kind of rainy, and that pisses me off because it is gorgeous outside right now, and I have to go to work. But I got all of 1/2 of the new video space. At least I'm missing a couple of hard to reach spaces, but I've gotten most of it all baffled. I have a couple of walls that I still need to put insulation back up on, but I got that all done on Saturday. And I also have started to trim my windows. I put in replacement windows a few years ago. My house is the epitome of ADHD. Is where everything is functional, but it's not finished. So I have rooms that have all their drywall up, have all their have it all taped, not mudded, but kind of taped, or it's mudded and not sanded. Like it's in various stages of I need to finish this. And the windows, I put the new windows in, but I never cased them in, and I never put the caulk on, and so I need to do that so that we stop getting major drafts in the house. And I need to and I've started doing that. Like it's literally like one window at a time, though this weekend I got 2 cased. And it's just a matter of getting it done now. That's where we're at. It's just getting it done. Baby steps, though. Like I said, baby steps. And with finished work, it has to be baby steps because finished work is expensive. That's most of the reason why I have not been finishing it completely, is because what I want to do is I want to have very nice finish. Um, and it's expensive. So, and I'm not opposed to elbow grease, and that's what it's ending up being is doing the getting what I want, but then again having to do a little bit of zhuzhing, as it were. Is yes, I got this very nice, and I haven't gotten it yet, but the my computer room where I spend most of my time, and so does Husband Creature. Um, I have a beautiful dark green uh, top of the paint, and then the uh, the bottom is not finished because I wanted to have um, black black paneling with a nice high bar trim halfway through to like kind of make it Victorian esque, and I haven't gotten that far. But an option that I am doing in lieu of paneling, because paneling is expensive, because I'm not gonna get the cheapy stuff. Um, I'm going to use canvas black wallpaper, and just put a high trim to mark the separation. It's going to be a little bit more work, but I think it'll come out just as gorgeous. Hardest part about doing this much of one color is I forget, because I get in the mood. I get in the mode. I just keep going back and forth, and I forget to highlight. So sometimes I get lost. Um, I'm like, where should I be? How many more do I got? Because it's only about half the page. So it's, I just zoomed it in too. I started talking about this after I just zoomed in. So it's 10, 20, 30. It's a little over 40 lines. So each box, each 10 by 10 is 100 stitches. And I have 40 lines in the section that I'm working in right today. So that's why I think I can do 400 today. I could be wrong, but so this week is the last week to enter for the butterfly dragon. I'll be drawing on Friday because I'm streaming with Dast. Streaming with Dast at 6 on Friday. Um, And after this first column, I'll actually be able to just cruise a little bit more. It's always the very first row and the first column that are the hardest, because once I have a reference point to stop, I can just kind of cruise along until I get to that point. But right now, seeing it's a new page, I don't have a real reference point. But in perspective of the wolf, this page is in between his ears. The next two pages are in between his ears, and then we get to start seeing the other ear in a bit. Honestly, I don't suspect this page will take too long because of just how much block color there is. But I've been wrong before. I might get to 6%. I'm already over. Let me find my scissors. I'm already over five. I don't know if I'm over 5.5, but I'm over 5. That would be pretty cool. Block color is really good for percentage gain because it's just back and forth. Hello, hello. It's not raining today, which makes me incredibly happy. And I'm playing fuck games with the squirrels outside. That's always fun. I bought a bigger shepherd's hook to put my bird feeders on, and a hummingbird feeder. But I replaced where the big bird feeder was with a wind chime. So I have already heard the squirrels getting up on the house, going to where the bird feeder was, and running smack into a wind chime, and it makes a very distinct noise, and it's hilarious. Oh, well, we have had we just got sun for the first time in a long time, so I like my sun. I got my luck. So Saturday I was in Discord, and this is where the story. So I was out shopping for building materials, and I got a good portion of stuff I needed, but it stopped raining, and I was gonna go to another store or two because it was raining, and there wasn't anything I really was aching to do in the house. But then it stopped raining, and I was like, oh no. So I busted ass home, and my grass was too tall for the lawnmower, but I whipped out the weed whacker, and I don't have a whole big yard that has grass on it, so it's not a huge deal that I utilized the weed whacker instead of the lawnmower. But I got home. The weed whacker battery was all nice and charged, and I weed whacked the yard. And just as I was getting done, because I had gotten into the groove of doing yard work, so I'm like, I could do a couple more chores. Just as I was getting done weed whacking the yard, it starts to rain, and I'm like, seriously? So that's when I went inside, and I did work in the attic, and I did casing my windows. Yeah, so. But it's sunny today. I might be able to get a chore done. So here's hoping. I have the front windows open right now to air out the house a little bit, because every time I think I can air out the house, I'm wrong. 5, 3. And I think to keep track of my stitches after I'm done this first, know where 10 lines is. Actually, I can do that on my way back here. I've been working on getting some of my halfway done crochet projects done. I've been doing some finishing work on other ones, but I got a good chunk of that. I started a little meadow dragon, and then I just kind of stopped. I got like halfway through the body, and then I just kind of stopped. And yesterday, um, I got the body all done. I got the head all done. I got the ears, and I'm working on his little because it's a meadow dragon, so he's kind of an insect. He's an insectoid. Um, I'm working on his little ears, and I got it. And I'm gonna give it dragonfly wings. So okay, so I just finished that, and I know it's only 2 rows, but it gives me a little bit of a hey, stop. It'll be better when it's the tens, but Mhm. Just to give you an idea on how fast color moves in block as opposed to confetti, because this is the second to last line, and once I hit a block of 10, I'll have already done 100 stitches in less than half an hour. I intentionally did not start cross stitching until I turned on the stream. Well, it was intentional because I'm trying to get my projects all done. Because I am kind of gearing up for my market in July. Um, I need to make me some baby dragons. Um, there are my scissors. And am I reading that correctly? Did you have a tornado yesterday? And yes, my brain is a little slow on the pickup today. My my processing power is I'm chittery, but my processing power is I has the dumb. So this is last line in this block. Oh, geez. Yeah, well, yeah. I know that after stream today, I will be playing with the dogs outside because it has just been pouring and they have been very upset that I have not been going outside and tossing things for them. And it is actually very nice outside. So I'm going to take the opportunity and do a little bit of yard work. But in addition, I'm going to take time to throw shit for the dogs. We just got 100 stitches done. A little over 100 stitches, actually. Okay, so at a zero count. So we got 129 stitches just done. So that's pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna go down 10, and we'll get another 100 and, well, it'll be 130 because we won't have that one little open spot. I'm gonna go down 10, and we'll get another 100 and, well, it'll be 130 open spot. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's my last line. Now we go back up here and cruise. So I don't know the reach of it, but there's a place that Husband Creature and I call Discount Murder. But it's Harbor Freight tools, and I went there on Saturday. I picked up a new Dremel tool because my other one had locked up, and it has become a project for me to figure out how it ticks. I picked up some blades for my Sawzall to have Husband Creature essentially slice and dice carpet, so we can get it into contractor bags and then just like one by one toss it out with the trash. Because we have some old carpets that I thought I wanted carpet in the house back in the day, and then no. Area rugs are the way to go. I've actually been looking into Ruggable just because traditional area rugs with the dogs just are a big fat no. Are your littles feeling better? Are your hatchlings feeling better, Dragon? Because I know one got it and then the other got it. I like this system I set up for myself. I'm cruising right through. Because I suddenly I give myself unintentional anxiety when I get on columns like this. Because I'm like, well, how many have I done? And by making this little marker X, which in all of my years of doing this, I should know how to do this by now. Or at least remember to do it. But yeah, now I can just cruise right along, and when I hit that X, I know it's the last one. And I'm on the last string for my pre-pulled 310. So I'm gonna start pulling a bit of a longer bit, because all I have is this color. All I have. I get it. I get it. I'll post pictures of Meadow, the new baby Meadow Dragon progress. I have to, cause of this. I tried a new. I tried new skeleton wire, and for the body, I like it. I don't think it's gonna. It's probably only going to be for the body and the legs on the big Meadow Dragons, but I do like it. It's. But I have to clip it because the it's too long, so I got to clip it back a little bit. But right now it's sticking out through the nose, and it looks funny. Oh yeah. See, and that's the thing I forget. I forget that school has has left session. And it's nice. It's nice enough outside. I might put on my shorts to go out and. And right now I'm in comfy pants. Right now I'm in my white Snoopy pants. Which are not yard work pants. But when I go out after stream, I'm going to do a smidge of yard work, which means I'm going to have to change my pants. Huh? Oops. Mm-hmm. At least when I had Stimmy and Hobby, when I had block color like this, you could actually see what I was doing. This is just simply miles of well, I can legitimately say there's at least a mile of string in these projects. Because each skein is 6 yards. And, on 18 count, a skein does approximately 2,000 stitches. Actually, now I'm going to math it out because while I'm not great at math, I do know how to use a calculator. I will tell you roughly how many miles of string are in this are going to be in this cross stitch. Because I have ADHD and it grasped my brain. $17.60. So let's see. Now I got to figure out how many skeins are in. So this is gonna be some fun math. So I just said 2,000 stitches per 6 yards. So 206. Oh, 286. 206 was Buffalo Woman. 286. 200. So that's how many stitches. We're going to divide that by 2,000. So that's 1,400. So that's 1,400 skeins. And we're going to multiply that by 6. Okay. That's 8,586. So we're going to equal that. And then we're going to divide it by 1,760 because that's how many yards are in a mile. So there's roughly 5 miles of thread in this cross stitch. And that is just the facing. That doesn't include the reaches or anything else. There's 5 miles of thread. And that has been your moment of the fuck. There's 1,760 yards in a mile. So it's, let's see, 3 miles is 5K. So, 3.25 is 5K. Jesus Christ. Yeah. It when you stop and think about it, it's just, I, I've been, so for the Meadow Dragons, I bought claws, and I hadn't been really working on my Meadow Dragon, so I put these claws in a safe place. So now that I am working on a meadow dragon, do you think I can find those motherfucking claws? Ah. I saw your haul. I have been I've been very good, and I have not that I haven't wanted to, but I have not gone back to Joann's, and I need to hold firm in that because I have plenty of yarn. I truly do. Like, I have no need for more yarn. I need to I need to get to creating some baby dragons. I need to work on my special editions. Mostly, and I also need to focus my spare funds into creating the space where I can have all the yarn that I want. Um, AKA my crafting area. Um, I need to get my dye stuff all in a row. Wander down to the restore. I think my next big weird random purchase is going to be, well, I'm gonna need husband creature to help me. Because I need to I need to get a ladder, folks. Um uh, I need to get up into the above my current living area of my attic, and I need to go over to the vent and measure the vent so that I can get a solar powered vent fan. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift my ceiling up to just below where the gable vents are. And I'm going to have a solar powered fan to vent out that area to essentially take all the heat and blow it out of the house. So it draws more air up through the house when it's hot. So it's because this is a really cool thing. If this is how old houses stayed cooler, is the vents, when you blow air, when the hot air goes out, it automatically draws cold air up. So as you're blowing the hot air out of the building, it sucks in the cold air. And that's why, like with older houses, they encourage you to leave space in the walls so it can suck the cold air up and cool your house on its own. And that's what I've been working on. It's